Okay, let's talk hockey. So the other day, as you probably know, Sherwood got traded to the San Jose Sharks for 2 second-round picks from Vancouver. Now, for San Jose, who is a young team who is kind of exiting the rebuild, this is a great move. I mean, Sherwood, he's putting up great points. He's scoring a lot of goals. He does need an extension, but I think they'll deal with that no problem. And he can slot in that top line with Celebrini, Eklund, and yeah, it'll be Sherwood, Celebrini, Eklund. And then once Will Smith, maybe I can try to adapt him to play the right wing. Maybe Sherwood can go back down to that second line, and it'll be, I don't know, maybe Wedberg in the dot, and Toffoli and Sherwood at his wings, and for Vancouver there, they got 2 second-round picks, but they're not really of much value. Vancouver, of course, is entering rebuild considering their season this year, and Sherwood, of course, he was putting up a lot of goals on a struggling Vancouver team. But yeah, they're really becoming sellers after the Quinn Hughes deal. Yeah, I don't really see this move here for Vancouver. They probably could have gotten a first out of San Jose if they really maybe put something a little bit extra in the deal besides Sherwood. But overall, it's not a bad trade. So definitely better for San Jose than Vancouver. And then the other trade I'm going to talk about today is Rasmus Andersson going to the Vegas Golden Knights. It was kind of suggested here from about a month ago that Rasmus Andersson was going to leave Calgary, and he did end up going, of course, to Vegas for Zach Whitecloud, a prospect, a first and a 7th round pick. Now, I'm not quite sure why. Actually, no, I do know why Vegas did this, because they lost Alex Pietrangelo, like he's done, so they needed kind of a replacement, and I think Rasmus Andersson can slot into that role pretty well. For Calgary, I mean, they got a decent haul back considering that he was kind of on the block for them, so that's pretty good. But Zach Whitecloud, he's a good defensive defenseman there. First round pick, not really going to have much value. It's going to be like high 20s. Of course, that prospect, who I don't know the name of, because I don't remember, he's probably not going to turn into anything. And overall, this is a great deal for Vegas. I mean, they're not really giving up too much, and they're getting a big defensive piece that can fill Pietrangelo's role. And Calgary, I don't like this deal for Calgary. I think they could have traded him elsewhere and gotten more than Zach Whitecloud at first and a prospect. So their top pairing for Vegas would be, what would it be? Theodore and Andersson, which is a shutdown, great offensive pairing. And for Calgary, that's another loss to a horrific season this year. I mean, they're not really having a good year. And really, that's all the stuff I have to talk about today. Oh, and another minor thing. Dach coming back from injury for the Montreal Canadiens. He'll slot in on their first line tonight against the Minnesota Wild. Texier is day-to-day with an injury, and that's why he's not in the lineup. And hopefully Dach stays healthy, as he's had a pretty rough career considering injuries and everything. He was out for a few months there in this season with a foot injury that just for some reason kept getting worse and he couldn't really recover from. And that's really all I have to talk about today. So thank you for tuning in to listen to me talk about the trades, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.